We need to go a little bit back. Okay, I think this is fine. Not gonna get everything, the full width, but it's we get what we get, and then we come back. But yeah, I got my pair of bots through this, what's now 4.5 years. They use a bunch of strategies. These are like new ones, quite like somebody, whoever is doing this is new to the whole, because they're doing the stuff that was done a few years ago, like with a normal link, very short message with a link. That's not being used in years. Because it's easy to block, right? You just block links. Oh yeah, that's where we stepped in the field. You can see 2 lines. It took me a long time to actually figure out why occasionally in a field there is weird lines, until I figured out that's the width of my tractor at that point. Or actually harvesting many. Very interesting machine, I like it. I made it sharper turn than it should be. Is there much? Or we'll see when we come back. Well, we'll look at the map too. Can we grab this in one pass? Maybe actually we did. Hard to tell. Kind of easier to tell on this screen because fertilizer, well, on at least on the previous one was the tree. It was more visible with the fertilizer. Okay. So now we finish, and after this, contracts, because that's the last job we're gonna have for today on our own fields. So we're gonna do a bunch of contracts. Hopefully some harvests, because they're best money-wise. By far. And I have to do small pass there. So there is corn growing. What else? Well, on this field, eventually some wheat, but there's a bunch. I don't have tools for a lot, but you can see when we go here, wheat, barley, oat, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn. And then we have potatoes, sugar beet, cotton, sugar cane. That's roughly, I think, what's on default one. I don't have these 4 because they ask for very expensive harvesting machines. And then you have some other stuff that's like if you want grass, hay, straw to make. And this map specifically, and we're gonna try that eventually, has grapes and olives. But that's map specifically with some mods. But yeah, so far we are doing these 3 on that one field, and on other 2 fields we are doing. I'm missing one. Oh yeah, I didn't scroll. Nice. So we are doing these 3, and these 4 we are gonna start doing on other fields. We'll see about corn. Yeah, this is a test one. But yeah, Like machines for these potato, sugar beet, cotton, sugarcane can cost like very hard to, like $500,000 to buy. I need to check it fully. Did it hit there? I don't know, will I go there? I might go there, but I'm considering it. Because now with advancement, I think you're gonna gain money a lot more, but not that much for me to go to. I mean, we spend more than that, just... It's a very long process to get one machine. I mean, it's doable. This tractor cost me 300k. This seeder plus whatever else it does cost me 224k. So basically, just these two, we would have that one machine. I don't know exact prices, but yeah. Expensive tools. It's almost end game stuff. There is a little bit bigger stuff, but not by much. Well, tractor there is. But I'm not gonna go that far. It's a smaller map. You don't really need that big of a machines. I would even consider this seeder that I have a little bit too big for what I'm using it for. It's gonna give me more time. We're gonna use it more, but when you think about it, it's when you think about it, it's like if it spends too little time on a field, it feels like you have too big of equipment. But I guess the faster you do, the more fields you can do. The more fields, the more money. It's also very specific to for this map because all the fields are like smaller and, you know, spaced out. On maybe some other maps you can combine a bunch of big fields and then just every job still would take a lot of time. You wouldn't feel like you're using too big of a machine in a small field. I like how they're all weird blob shapes. Yeah, weird elevation, it's very hilly map. That's one of the reasons I chose it. It looked more fun. My only experience from before this farming one was other game that was all square fields, like, and yeah, this one looked fun. The whole farm is made by me. I don't know, did I probably mentioned that before. This was one big field with a weirder shape because it went all the way here. Basically, wherever the farm is, that was a field. You can kind of see it. Like the weirdest field shape. Probably on this whole map. I like building it, but it seems to be a mistake. Because looks way better. Yeah, it was probably much easier to work. It was like paint to work on. But I would say in some sense it was a mistake. Because eventually I learned that the game really doesn't like you placing too many buildings and stuff. At least not on my very old PC. So this area is becoming lag fast, and that's why you're not gonna see me turning the other direction. Because if I do this and start to spray, you'll see... What the hell? There is some frame drops, but not as much as used to. What the hell happened? Yeah, like we're at 45 frames. Usually when I do this, we go to like 30 frames. Well, today is a good day. Because yeah, like you have by default here, these, like each map, or at least most of them probably, come with some farms or already, right? So you buy this one with already some buildings pre-made, and that's, I guess, easier to load or something like that. Let's see just for a second. Look this way. How much is left in this one? 400. That's almost enough to fill this. Okay. Move it by hand after that. Sometimes when you fill one, you need to back up so we can grab the seeds because they're sitting next to each other basically. Or that's not the case. Okay, maybe I was too far. For some reason, seeds have a shorter range of refilling than fertilizer. If that makes sense. But yeah, I basically started with one of the smallest equipment and with just one small field, then we bought another one. Okay. So that job is done. We are a little bit low on stuff, but that's okay. I want to get rid of all the seeds. Kill anybody? No way. I need a little bit angle there so I can get out. Okay, so that's basically... I mean, we have a little bit, maybe we can give them water. They're good. We have maybe a little bit to do. If I had option to... I got my silage pit bugged, so I can't use that. We would do the grass now, but unfortunately that's bugged. We're gonna try to do that tomorrow. So just looking at this, we are at the second stage, third stage. And we try to harvest always in a second harvest, ready to harvest stage. So tonight it's gonna be 1, tomorrow midday. So we're not gonna do any harvest. We're not gonna be there tomorrow because we this. So yeah, tomorrow is probably not gonna end up with any harvest. Well, this is the next one. It's gonna be harvest, just not my fields. Well, I hope it's gonna be harvest. Yeah. Okay. So only thing that I have to do, well, two things that I have to do is to get eventually, once it spreads, kill weed here. And tomorrow, probably first thing we're gonna do, or second thing, we'll see, is spray this with the fertilizer too. And then we're probably gonna need to buy more for it. Okay, now I didn't need to exit that. I think it's time for contracts. There is not much. I could go fix stuff, but that's too much effort. Yeah, we can just borrow 5. If I mean, I can borrow it probably many times, but okay. So let's see what we can get here. Ooh, there's a contract. A big fertilizing one on 58. It is costly to do that, and I don't like it much. I mean, I don't mind it. Let's see if there is harvesting on weeding. Weeding we cannot do. Weeding is different type of tool. We don't own that tool. But we have a couple harvesting ones. Nothing crazy though. We have 3K1 here for a cornfield. 23. That's actually not a bad job. Kind of hard to get to it. There is no proper way to get to it. That's not a bad job. It's one of the bigger ones. Yeah, we don't have any big harvest jobs, but there is a bunch of small ones. That's the biggest one, it seems. We have this, canola at 3. I like the higher numbers, because higher numbers are closer to my farm, because we are in the corner. Smaller numbers are down, so nothing below 20, basically, or even 21. Those are interesting. One of my first idea was to buy this house, this field, but it was a bit expensive where it is, but I really like location. It would turn out to be a little bit troublesome one, because wherever you need to go all the way to this crossroads. That's the biggest crossroad in the game. That's why you are close by the default one. I mean, to be honest, we are quite the furthest you can get from that crossroad. But yeah, don't choose corner farms ever. I mean, it's okay because you're gonna need to do a lot of traveling. This is not that big of a map, I think. Okay, 23 seems good. I say let's do some corn harvesting. Yeah, and then we can maybe grab a sugar beet. We don't have a machine for that. We can rent machines, but I don't want that. Yeah, really not great at jobs. What do you want it? Selling station 1 is actually decent because it's very close. What the corn says. Corn says the best one is 3, but the best one is 3. This one is not gonna go too far. Which is a bit annoying because the 3 is a far one. But that's okay. I say let's do that. Let's grab ourselves 20. Once we get there, honestly. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna do a bunch of fields because we have basically a rest of the day to deal with that. So I guess in that sense we can do the bottom fields because we're gonna go there once and then just harvest a bunch of them. I don't need, well, I potentially, now I say that. I could bring other harvester, Kedr, sorry, with me. Because I don't see reason to come back here for, because we're gonna do a bunch of fields. There's gonna be a rest of the stream. I don't think we're gonna do anything else beside contracts for the rest of the stream. The way I sped up the process by getting this big thing, it just gave us so much free time. Used to be in like half of day free time every cycle or whatever you call it between the fields I have, and usually I would fill it with a small field with the grass, which is now unfortunately, I mean, I might be able to use it, but I don't want to bug it even more. So yeah, we ended up with just that one switch of equipment in position to do so much more. So my plan is to invest in more fields, so I don't have to do that many contracts. Push the fields. How the wall is staying. Wool didn't break. Wool didn't move much. Yeah, it stays there. We want a little bit hard to sell it. I mean, we could sell it. Oh, he doesn't like uphills. Doesn't have the strongest engine. I mean, he's pulling a lot. Everybody, 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 everybody. Yeah, yeah, good boy. Was a big uphill for him. So what did I say? 23 is... Everything switched. Some of them switched. Huh. So this might change. When they switch, stuff may change. I don't think that much. Okay, okay, just behind our field. Good starting one, because the track is close. Oops, sorry. Checking something quickly. Okay, so the problem is it's that yellow field behind this field. I mean, we can just step on this field, but I don't like that. We might need to, be honest. Another option is to step on this field to get to this road. And for now, leave you here. Let's try to sneak by edge. I think we can. Okay, we are at 23. We're gonna take that contract. But guys, you're gonna give me one moment. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. That was fast. So I need to accept the contract. 23, corn to 1. Okay. There to there, that's why I said it's close. Wrong one. Wrong one again. Okay, so usually we're gonna do edge and yeah, figure out from there. We can grab these, like in a group to do. That would be nice. These two, it's not worth, obviously. I mean, unless they're same. And delivery is like there or two. But yeah, these three, they're small, but they're so close to each other that might be good. 3, 4 are also decent. Okay. Let's check one. I mean, it doesn't. This one. Yeah, the selling point is a bit far, but it is what it is. I might sell it even closer. We'll see how it's the prices, how I'm gonna feel, and how much we're gonna be left with. Okay, it's not filling that fast, but not slow either. Not bad. Yeah, I guess that's the way to approach the field, but it's also surrounded by other fields. That's a weird part of this game. You kind of need to own all the fields and do it in specific order, otherwise you cannot really approach the fields. Some of them, not many of them, but still, it is. It's a big field. It's going to be a lot. One of the ways to tell if it's going to be a lot is basically a price. The corn has a low price, so you're not going to get a lot of it. They need to balance a bit, right? I mean, they did. I'm just hoping that all this pushing with the contracts that gonna give us position of buying new field. I mean, it is turning out. Just to be quick enough, basically. What I'm saying. Okay, so what's the way we should do this? It's a long field, doesn't really make much sense. We can do it like this. Like for the corn, it's also nice to follow the lines. Like you can see lines like this or this. But if I do this, it's gonna be too short. So maybe like this. For us to do. See? Just get to do like this line. Yeah, that's gonna end us in this, so maybe this way. Maybe a couple short ones, but it's not the worst idea. Sorry. We cannot break other people's crops, but it still feels bad. Let's do it like this, who cares? It's gonna start with the shorter, but at least we follow lines. And do that in the morning, right? Feels more logical way to harvest corn. Well, it's gonna be a lot of turning. Like it already. It's a lot. But the corn, as you can see, I need to be a little bit wider than it looks, so we don't leave the small lines here. And if I press cruise, it would be much better. So, I don't know. I can call it habit of mine. All the auto walking, cruise and stuff like that are on middle mouse button for me. And sometimes like in games like this, that's not the best choice. Put it here. Miss that 3. See where the point is. That's right. So basically I'm looking at that corner of the header for the aim. I mean, I could look at the angle itself because it's 90 this way, but it's okay. Found it, I should do this here. Very hard to tell on this side where to start. We're a bit wider, but I guess it's okay. Okay. Bet the one is dropping. If it didn't drop that much, I could just sell it. Okay. Stop. Like I have also the best breaks. Let's make it one shorter, because I know I left one line down there.